listening to the Whiskey and Things podcast.
One last time.
One last time.
What a joke of a show this is.
Yep.
Joke of a show. In our 125th and final episode of the Whiskey and Things podcast, we sample the Jam Session Infinity Reserve, my infinity bottle, a whiskey made up of 28 drams from the past 125 episodes.
Absolutely. And I put on my rose-tinted glasses as we look back at some of our favourite moments. We don't do that at all, actually, but it doesn't matter. We're going to say we do that and do some of the things that we wish we'd always done.
And why not head over to our social media accounts, where we might still be posting stuff every once in a while if I can be bothered, let's face it. At Whiskey and Things Podcast on Instagram, and at Whiskey and Things on the Facebook and that their Twitter.
That their Twitter. And thank you for listening, for being there for us when we were low, for always picking us up when we're blue, and for being all-round lovely people. We'll see you soon.
You're listening to Whiskey and Things with Nick Kent and Dave Giles.
Welcome to episode 125. I am Dave Giles.
And I am Nick Kent. That's a beautiful introduction, Dave.
I thought I'd mix it up a little bit.
You know. Well, going forward. That's how
Yeah,
you're
going
going
forward.
to do
Exactly. It's important that we keep things fresh on this show.
it. Yeah, you got to keep it fresh. That's your new regular introduction.
My new, brand new feature.
Hey, listeners, this is our last show.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
I decided, Nick, that I should buy some rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah?
Yeah, as we look back at the things we've done.
They're more blood-tinted.
Yeah, perhaps, but
Yeah.
still. I found them yesterday at the festival.
Oh,
It was fun.
Got a good deal on those, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 for 10.
What was the festival, Dave? Tell our listeners what we've been doing.
Wickham Festival
Yeah.
in Fareham, down south,
What's
near
happening?
Winchester.
What?
We played some songs for
We did,
people.
didn't we? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We played your new songs, your new Abbey Road tunes.
Yeah, we did. First outing with the band. It was very good. Great band. Well done, Nicholas. You were fantastic.
Likewise, and everyone else in the band.
Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic.
Yeah, don't want to play our own trumpet, but we were amazing.
Yeah. No one missed any cues, or
No,
no?
apart from me, but that's fine because they're
But
my
you're the
songs.
boss.
Yeah,
You're the boss. You can do what you want with your own songs.
I can.
You can.
I absolutely can. Hey, we just listened to episode 1 again.
We did, didn't we?
We had so much energy.
Yeah.
Told you, rose-tinted glasses. It sounded like we were really excited about the idea of doing a podcast.
There are no rules. That's what we said.
Yeah, no rules.
Um,
I'm pretty sure I definitely gave you some rules, though, as we went on.
yeah, probably.
Like this.
Yeah.
That being one.
Does it work? Do I have to bleep that out now?
Yeah.
No, we stop again.
Yeah, yep, you do.
To complete the set. You know.
Yeah. Rule number 1, bleep out all the...
All the fucks, all the phalanges, all the quibs,
The quips.
the spotted queebs.
Oh, yeah,
and
that can
regular,
stay in, mate.
And regular queebs.
Yeah, queeb can stay in.
Yeah. It's a bollard. It is a particular kind of bollard called a queeb.
We think, or Nick's been had by a TikTok video.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I probably have. But it's very entertaining. I hope. I'm going to go around and, spot a queeb. And spot a queeb. Anyway, yes, we did listen back to episode 1. And it included 2 tragic interviews.
Are you still not any better at interviews?
No,
by
I'm
the way?
not. That's one reason why I'm stopping. I hate doing it. I have massive anxiety every time we do an interview.
Do you want my rose-tinted glasses?
There
you go.
Rose-tinted everything. Give me those. There we go.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all
my
all
word.
right. See, it's all all right now, isn't it?
Strangely calming.
Suddenly, everything is okay.
Everything's going to be
Okay.
there now, don't we? I'll lose my edge.
Yeah,
if
you
we,
will. You will. If something's not in the right place, i.e.
Yeah.
your glasses.
One other funny thing we realised from episode 1 is we started with the Lafroig 10, and one of our comments was
Bit steep.
bit steep at
Bit steep.
£39. £39 we thought was steep. And the fact I bought...
And the fact you called it one of our favourites when it never was one of my favourites.
It's one of my favourites.
Spoke for me, put words in my mouth.
Yep. Spoke for the organisation, didn't I?
I guess so. Do you know what, listeners, for those of you who obviously can't see us because you're listening, have you just turned me down?
Yeah, because you're peaking, mate. You're very what's the word? I'm not unreliable. You're quite reliable. Probably the most reliable friend I have, to be honest. Dan's up there. I've got plenty of others if they're listening. But
no, you don't. Anyway,
inconsistent with your audio. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Mic technique, Dave. You're a singer. Mic technique.
I just like eating the microphone. Anyway, for those of you who are listening rather than watching, because no one can watch unless Nick puts clips on Instagram, what happened was I said, let's do the final show in the same place we did the first show. It was the only time we ever did it across a table from each other in my flat where I live.
Yeah.
And Nick's decided he didn't want to sit opposite me because he looks fat from an angle.
We both look fat.
I don't care. You've ruined.
No, tell you
you've
why.
ruined it, Nick. It's supposed to be a mirror image of to see how far we've come. We were supposed to be like Howell and Pace sitting opposite each other on a table.
I kind of like this. Where I've got my laptop on my left, and I've got
fine.
you in front. I'm kind of leaning on the table, so I look really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruin the aesthetic.
In my
It's
new
fine.
T-shirt, that Corey Ashton sent us.
Yeah, thanks, Corey.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. Send
Thanks
us
for
some
the whiskey as well.
Yeah, whiskey.
Actually, do you know what? It's time for a new feature. Thank you. Features.
It's a new regular feature of ours.
Yeah,
We're going to go
thanking
forward with.
people. Yeah. So over the course of the 125 episodes, we've had plenty of people send us whiskey. So I'm doing this off the top of my head without actually looking,
Oh dear.
which is dangerous, which means I've probably forgotten someone.
You're better at it than me. You're more qualified at remembering things.
So, Corey, thank you very much for sending us some whiskey this week from all the way from Australia. And I think we should just thank anyone who has sent us whiskey over this last 2 and a bit years,
Yeah.
including Gary HN, who sent us the Fanny's Bay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Katie, who sent us the German whiskey, the Kaiser. Was it Kaiser? Kaiser? Cheeser?
Kaiser Chiefs.
The German whiskey we had. That
Yep.
was from Katie.
Oh, thank you, Katie.
What else have we had? Tom Mead sent me a load of Irish whiskey, which was very tasty. All
Yes.
the Samuel Gelstons.
Yes.
Who else has sent us stuff?
Jeff Whiskey sent us some stuff.
Jeff
So
sent-
got a load of samples.
Yep.
He sent us through.
Alan McLaughlin sent us a load of samples. We haven't forgotten you, Alan. We appreciate all those samples. Ems sent me a bottle of Lindor's, which we haven't tried. Maybe we'll have a sip later.
Pamela and Chelsea also sent us some
Pam.
essential
Oh,
oils.
you're looking now. You cheated. I was going to do that one.
Huh?
That was on my mental checklist in my head.
Okay, well, carry on with your mental checklist.
Outrageous. Yeah, fine.
Oh,
you,
then.
you do it. You
No,
did
no,
it.
you go.
No, it's fine.
Told you I had a bad memory. Yeah, I'm looking down the...
Well, yeah, I was on it.
Well, go on then. I'll leave it to you then.
We were challenging me to do it.
I've made it easier for you then.
Well, CJ, thank you very much for the voucher you gave us to buy whiskey with.
Thank
we
you.
enjoyed that.
We
That
did.
was a very lovely gift, very thoughtful of you to do that. So thank you for that. I'm sure there was other people as well. If I've forgotten you, Nick will either say it now or... Obviously, lots of distilleries and whiskey companies have sent us whiskey as well, which we do appreciate.
Absolutely.
And we bought lots of whiskey, which we appreciate. So thank you for those who have allowed us to buy your whiskey.
Yes, we've spent a lot of money on whiskey.
Yes, we have. I'm sure I've now forgot. You lost me. You made me lose my trail of thought.
That's not my fault.
It is. I was on a roll.
No, you're just using it as an excuse.
I wasn't on a roll.
Vin PF, has he given us any?
No.
Well,
He may have given us some samples when we first had him on,
yeah.
and then I bought a bottle of both of his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Vin, though. Yeah.
Just thank you, everyone.
So thank you, anyone who sent us anything. Michaela sent me a bowl of something. I think it's the Valentine's, perhaps, or the Black Bowl. Can't remember which one. And my dad's
I was
bowl.
thanking all our patrons in this thank you section.
No, that's coming later.
That's coming later.
That's coming later.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
They've
another
planned something for
mate,
today's show.
That's
Right.
another new section. You told me you hadn't planned anything, so I've been planning it myself. I was sitting on the sofa waiting for you to set up.
Yeah, he literally sat on he set his mic up and just sat there topless earlier,
Yeah.
waiting for me to set everything else
I'm
up.
ready.
Just like the old days when we used to do the YouTube show.
I'm ready.
Yes. Anyway, shall we crack open today's whiskey?
All right, so I'm
Is there
really
anything
nervous
else?
about this.
Okay. That's the end of our regular feature of thank you,
Thank you to buying us whiskey.
etc.
Whiskey?
Good section, that. Like that. Good segment.
Let's do that again.
We should.
Breaking the seal.
He's broken. He's only gone and broken the seal.
I'm breaking the seal on this on this the Gorilla Tape seal.
Why did you put that on it?
In case it leaked in my bag.
Oh, I see.
Strong stuff. Right, special treat. Right, everyone. Who has an infinity bottle at home?
This
Hands up.
week's whiskey
Jam session. Infinity Reserve. The Whiskey and Things. Well, my infinity bottle. Let's put it that way.
Mate, can I just say I'm very impressed with your branding.
You liking it?
Yeah, your branding's amazing. In terms of if we were going to score this, which obviously we're not because we can't because it doesn't have a cost. I like the information on the package.
Yeah.
So the age statement's very clear. The ABV value is very clear.
Yeah. Can you tell people at home what the age statement says?
Dash. And
yeah, and the ABV?
Question mark.
Yeah. So, but I can now give you an answer of how the ABV of this when we go through. Basically, this is my infinity bottle. This is made up of a load of whiskies we've drunk over, I'd say the first year and a half.
When did you start it, Nicholas?
I started it, I don't know, the first whiskey in here is a Highland Park 12-year Viking Honour.
So quite early, because that was one of our first.
Yeah.
When we in lockdown
Episode
1.
3?
Maybe, I don't know.
3 or 4? I think it's 4.
Probably.
Yes.
I remember going to the shop to try and find a bottle that you had, of something that you had, and that was one of the ones they had in the shop.
Yeah. I maybe didn't start this early, but this is from the whiskies we had early. And the thing is, I filled it quite a while ago. So, because the last one in here is the Woodsman Blended, which was, when was that?
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was long enough ago. Episode 74, August 2021.
No, it wasn't.
Yep. Woodsman was 74.
That long ago?
Yes.
That's mental.
So this was filled in August. That's nearly a year. That is a year.
It is a year.
It's a year.
Since we did Woodsman.
I could have done another one.
Think about that
He's a
rant
dick.
I did about Woodsman felt like yesterday.
It does.
My rants seem to stick with me.
Do you want to know what's in it, Dave?
Yes.
Or shall I'll pour you a bit.
Not only do I want to know what's in it, Nick, I would like the history of every distillery of every drop that's in there, please.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, you can just listen back to 74 episodes.
Is that how many different things are in there? 70?
No, there is. It's 28 whiskies.
28 whiskies.
28 times 25, which is what the measures are, is 700 mil.
Good opening, mate. You got a good opening on that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah. I'm so nervous about this. This is just going to be horrendous, isn't it? Quite dark colour.
Yeah, baby. Right, in this, I've put no peaty whiskies.
Highland Park's peaty.
Is
It's
it?
definitely smoky.
Well, we'll see.
Can I have a smaller measure?
No. No, you cannot. So how are we doing today's show? Are we drinking this and talking about it now, or are we doing something else? I don't know. Again, we haven't really planned anything today, everyone, because I know what we're going to do. Right, we've poured that. Right.
All right, new feature time.
I think we've got time for a new regular feature.
Absolutely, mate.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. What is it?
It's a catchy title. Hospitality Industry Crimes Against Whiskey.
Oh, mate, and you know what? It has a great acronym as well.
It does.
HICAO. Yeah,
Welcome.
all good features need a good acronym, and this one is up there with the best.
Yes.
This is the HICAO feature. It's going to become a regular feature on the show. We're very excited about it.
Means no other podcast can do it if they hear this,
Yeah.
even though we're stopping, but it's our regular feature.
Yeah.
You can't do this. Okay?
Basically, we've spoken about this before, but we feel it's worthy of a regular feature because it seems to be coming up more and more often, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
We were in a bar last night.
We will.
Are we going to name and shame them?
Yeah,
we are. Station House.
Is it
by
a bar or
Acton.
is it a restaurant?
We
You don't know anymore.
Yeah, you can't order at the bar.
You can't order at the bar, so is it a bar?
Yeah. It's
Good pizzas, though.
by Acton Central Station. And on their menu, their whiskey menu, there were 2 horrific crimes.
Yeah, there was
You may call us snobs, but wait till you hear them.
This is
Just
like a
wait
travesty.
till, this is bad.
We nearly flipped the table and
Oh,
left.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we ate our pizza.
Right. In their drinks list, they have 2 sections which interested us. Well, nearly the red wine, but thank God we didn't do that.
Yeah,
They have whiskey with no E,
which is fine.
which is fine.
yeah.
Spelling things fine. Okay, there's some crimes in there, which, Jameson's is in there, for example. That should have an E in it. I mean, come on.
See, that I can forgive because it's a whiskey. Right,
okay.
that's like, all right,
We can
okay.
forgive that, it's fine. And they had a bourbon section.
Right.
Right, here we go. In the whiskey section, we have Hibiki, Famous Grouse, Jameson's, Lagavulin 16, Lafroig, Talisker, the Yamazaki 12-year, Monkey Shoulder, and American honey.
American honey.
What do they mean by American honey?
Do they mean like the Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey?
I reckon that's what they mean.
Because that's a honey liqueur.
Yeah.
That's no whiskey.
It's no whiskey. So that's that.
That's pretty bad.
Yes. Then they have the bourbon section where they have Jack Daniel's. Is it a Tennessee whiskey? Is it a bourbon? Ooh, we don't know, but we'll let that one go. Knob Creek.
Fine.
Woodford Reserve.
Fine.
Maker's Mark.
Fine.
Bushmills Irish.
What?
What's that doing in the bourbon section?
What?
Station House.
Hickow. Hickow.
That's a massive hickow.
It's a massive hickow.
Hickow! Hickow! If ever I've seen one.
So, Station House, if you're listening, sort it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And if you have any hickows of your own,
please share them with us.
Share them with us.
You can find us on our social media platforms.
Yes.
At Whiskey and Things
Podcast on Instagram and at Whiskey and Things on Facebook and Twitter.
There you go.
Yeah.
125 shows. You've learnt it, Nick. Well done.
Photographic memory. But yeah, put them up and, we might reply if we're not too busy. Or we'll forward them on to Jeff Whiskey.
We might reply if I'm the one looking at the social media.
Yeah.
If it's Nick, don't expect a reply.
You
he
might.
may read it, he just won't bother.
No, I'll read it, and then if I'm too busy at that point...
He'll think about replying in about a month and then forget. Classic.
I like to sit down and do replies properly, and that's not always an option, or I forget. Anyway, but that's a massive hickow, so yeah, enjoy your hickows out there, everyone.
Yeah, we'll work on a theme tune for it as well, I think.
Yeah, it'd be worth
it's definitely a feature that needs a theme tune. Can you wrap that? Can you rustle that up overnight, Nick?
About 10 minutes. Well, like my nice funky music from last week, which I rustled up in 10 minutes.
Superb.
I had to dig out my wah-wah pedal for that.
Did you?
Yeah. Lucky I had a battery in it already, but good lord.
Lucky the battery still worked, mate.
Yeah. So there we go, hickow.
Massive hickow.
Sting me.
You're listening to Whiskey and Things. These British people talk funny.
Have you tried any of this yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so we were supposed to be talking and then drinking while we were talking, and we haven't.
No, we
drunk.
haven't.
I'm so scared of it.
Right, let's talk about it. Region, world, age statement, NAS.
How many regions are there in it, Nick? Obviously Scotch. We know Highland Park's in there.
Well, I'm going to list whiskies now for you, Dave. Okay?
Yeah.
Cue the music. Everything's 25 mils. Right?
Okay.
Highland Park 12 year.
Scotch.
Viking Honor 40%. Jura Origin 10 year.
Scotch.
40%. Glenlivet Founders Reserve.
Scotch.
40%. Jameson's Caskmate Stout.
Irish.
Hague Club Clubman.
How did that end up in there? Scotch.
See, it was on my shelf. It went in
It's
the
a
bottle,
grain.
mate.
It's a grain whiskey, so actually might work well in a blend.
Maybe, yeah. McMira Intelligence.
Swedish.
46.1. The Magic 46.1.
Now we've got 3 different nationalities.
McMira Yaklica.
2 McMiras.
46.1%.
2 Swedish.
Jameson Standard.
More Irish.
It's at home in this bottle. I made my bottle out of the Jameson's bottle, by the way. Glenlivet Caribbean or Caribbean Reserve.
Scotch. Mate, I'm running out of fingers.
You're only counting the
There's
regions.
5 Scotch, 2 Swedish and 2 Irish.
Bladnoch Samsara. Bit of red wine cask in there.
Hang on, I've got to figure this out. Right, yep, Scotch.
Bimber Retard Oak. Batch
why did I
number
put
1.
that
Bottle
one?
96. 51.9%.
English.
Yeah. Great Drams.
Finished the bottle of that last night, didn't we?
We did. We saw off. I think it might have been that one. Anyway, Great Drams single cask Knock Do 8 year 48.2.
So that's 7 Scotch.
Great Drams blended batch number 2.
8 Scotch.
Blended batch number 2. That sounded better. 7 year 46.2%. There you go. Westland American Oak single malt.
Oh my God, American.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear it? Westland Gariana 5.
Right. Oh God, that's PT.
Only a little bit. Yeah. I discovered that last night, everyone. I did an AB with the 4 and the 5, and yeah, the 5 is smokier than the 4.
Right, so we got 8 Scotch, I think. Run out of fingers. 8 Scotch, 2 Irish, 2 American, 2 Swedish, and 1 English so far.
2 English. Bimber Club number 1.
What's the second English?
Bimber Club number 1.
Well, I hadn't had that at that point.
Well, I'm just updating you.
Right, okay.
That's what I'm like. 2 English. Jesus Christ. Can't
Right.
wait for this. I can't wait for us to finish this podcast. I really can't.
Mate, put
Why
the
people wonder-
rose-tinted glasses
Yeah,
back
okay,
on.
yeah, I'm going to put them back
There
on.
you go.
People wonder why we're finishing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And isn't it all better now?
so calm. McMira Björksab.
3 Swedish, right? Okay, 3 parts
46.1.
Swedish, 2 parts Irish.
McMira Scorpions.
4 parts Swedish.
40%.
God.
McMira Motorhead.
5 parts Swedish.
There's a lot of Swedish in there.
There's a lot
We
of
did a lot of
Swedish.
Swedish in the first year.
We did.
40%.
He kept sending us stuff. That's why.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you very much, Richard
thank-
McKeon.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Wrong section, but then Mike.
Yeah. Regular segment there. Glenn Gooley.
I don't know what that is.
Hang on, let me lift my rose-tinted spectacles. I lost my edge. What's going on here? Oh, okay. This is the one my friend made, the Glen Gooley Blue label
Which is
for,
what Glenlivet.
which is a Glenfiddich 15
right.
Distiller's Edition.
So that's a 9th Scotch.
So that's a 51% in there. Great Drams, the Bin Rinnes 9-year, 48.2.
10 Scotch.
Won a gold medal, I think, at the San Francisco Awards.
That does not mean that this whiskey will.
Yeah, this has got award-winning whiskey. This is technically award-winning whiskey. What will go? Redbreast 12 cask. No, Redbreast 12 cask strength.
A third Irish.
57.6%. Cotswolds,
Never English. 3
lightly
English.
peated small batch, peated cask. So, that's a bit.
God,
peat.
yeah, no peat in this.
Yeah, I might have forgot. Yeah, that's 60%, 60.2. Sorry. Langaton, old dear.
Swiss.
Yeah. Not only that,
1 part Swiss.
1 part
Chardonnay.
Put my rose-tinted specs back on.
All is right in the world again. Nick's got his Chardonnay-ness.
Where am I? Scallywag,
Scotch.
Douglas Lane, 46%.
I think that's 11. I've kind of lost count on the
yeah, it
Scotch.
doesn't matter, does it? Epicurean,
12 parts Scotch.
Douglas Lane again, 46.2. That Boutique Rye, Australian rye whiskey.
Okay, 1
All
part
year.
Australian now.
Yeah, 40. Who cares? 49.8. I do, really. And the Woodsman blended. So that's number of blended.
So I'm pretty sure it's 12 parts Scotch,
Wow.
5 parts Swedish, 1 part Swiss, 1 part Australian, 3 parts English, 2 parts Irish.
Great.
I think that was it.
Anyway, the ABV I've worked out.
Oh, you've actually worked out. Amazing.
Yeah, I did it all up. I did an average
And divided it.
and divided
Which
it.
average did you use? The mean, the modian, or the mode? Mean, mode, or
I think it's mean.
median?
Mean, I think.
Yeah, it should be the mean.
Yeah, it was the mean. I added them up, divided it by 28, which is how many were in there. Which makes this a 45.9% ABV.
Below, it's why it's gone a bit cloudy, is it? I'm joking. Hasn't got a bit
In this
cloudy.
heat. In this heat, I don't know about that. Yeah, so there we go. That's what's in it. Mash bill, all kinds of stuff. It's blended. Price, priceless, I'd say. There's some expensive stuff in there. The Boutique Rye.
It's one
that
of a
wasn't
kind,
cheap.
though, isn't it? It's one of a kind, mate.
The Westland.
Gariana's.
5, that's not cheap. The Glenfiddich 15 Distiller's Edition. Glen Gooley Blue, that wasn't cheap. Hay Club was. We fucking hate Hay Club. Let's just say it's the last episode. We fucking hate Hay Club.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sean for getting me a bottle. It was really sweet of her.
It was, and we enjoyed it.
We haven't opened it. No, I haven't given it away, but I haven't drunk it.
We're going back to our thank you section.
Yeah, I forgot about Sean.
So there we go.
Sean.
Sorry, Sean.
It wasn't a gift for the podcast. It was a gift for me to thank her for thank for Abbey Road. It was a very thoughtful gift.
Yeah, it was. Right. Have a little sniff, Dave.
God's sake. So what you've done very well is you have at least kept it to all whiskey, like not bourbon. Like you've kept it fairly uniform.
Yeah, because I had another bottle with my bourbons and my American styles.
It does smell good.
It does smell good. And I always had my peaty one as well, which went in like a Lafroig. Lady Lager, because it went in like a lady, it went in a Lafroig. Not Lafroig, Lagavulin bottle. So I didn't really know.
It smells like a sherry cask whiskey.
It does, doesn't it?
Which is interesting. I don't recall you mentioning many sherry cask stuff, and yet that's what we've ended up smelling like.
Maybe the Glenfiddich 15
Some of the Great Dram stuff was.
It's very fruity.
Really fruity. It tastes.
I'm getting a bit of Gariana in there, you know. I know it's just tiny, but
Yeah, mate, you can taste the smoke. The tiny bit of smoke has actually
yeah, but it's not
overwhelming at all. That's actually not too bad, Nicholas.
There wasn't any. Hang on, what was in there?
Island Park, it's got smoke in it.
So that's one shot. In fact, it was 20 mils. That's all I had left. And the slightly peated
Gariana.
Cotswolds.
And Gariana.
Gary, yeah, but I didn't think that was a peated. They didn't really put it on there, did they?
No, we had a whole interview with him when he said that was about Pete.
And I told you I'm bad at interviews, so I probably wasn't listening.
You edited it.
I was probably listening to or thinking about the next question I needed to ask him, so we didn't get any awkward silences.
And what about when you edited it?
Yeah?
Didn't listen when you were edited?
No, I was just cutting out your ums and ers, Dave.
My stutters.
And your stutters.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 50-50 stutter and ums this show was. Anyway. But,
so what the new feature, another new feature for this week is that Nick isn't going to edit anything out. This is so everyone can hear exactly what he's normally working with and appreciate why.
It's harder when we're in the same room to edit things out, so it will be a bit more. Maybe I will.
Maybe you will. Nick, this is a damn fine drop.
I think it's quite nice considering what an abomination it could have been.
Yeah. I mean, it's made me think that the art of blending whiskey is a lot easier. You just throw anything in there and it's all right.
Yeah. Well, I did bring a backup plan, Dave.
What was your backup plan?
In case this was shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
I bought a compass box, Orchard House.
Interesting.
But you seem to like it, so we shouldn't really open this now, really, should we?
Keep it.
I bought a backup plan, but seeing as my whiskey was so great, I'll put that back in the back.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is you knew you were coming to mine where I've got at least 12 bottles of whiskey we haven't opened.
Yeah, I know.
And you bought one with you.
Well, I thought it'd be good for the entertainment value, Dave.
That was really entertaining.
Some of us planned shows, and I kind of wanted to try it myself. We did try at the whiskey show, I think.
It was good.
And they've also sent us samples of that and 2 other whiskies, which we haven't got around to trying.
Yeah, thank you for sending those whiskies.
To be fair, I don't think they got back to us about coming on the show.
No, they didn't.
No.
That's why we stopped.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get back to us.
Yeah, if Compass Box don't give a shit about us, then what's the point in carrying on?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's exactly the reason we've given up.
That is the reason.
The whiskey!
Deary me. What's next, Nick?
I don't know.
Right, when we were listening to episode 1, there was a feature that we said we were going to do. So this is a brand new feature going forward.
Yeah.
Which is
another new feature, everyone.
Things we said we would do, which we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Needs a catchier title. And in the first episode, when you were interviewing...
What's the acronym, Dave? Hang on. What is it?
Things we said we would do, but we haven't yet.
We
haven't done yet.
We would.
There's no vowels.
Do. There isn't, is there?
No. Well, if you put "we" as a whole word, you've got things we said we would do. Yeah, leave the "we's" as proper "we's." So you got T, we, S, we, W, D, which is kind of
Threshold.
Yeah. This new feature, Threshold.
Yeah. So no other podcast now can do this because we've done it.
Yep.
As with all our new
features
today, none of you can do this going forward because it is and always will be one of our regular features.
Regulars, yeah. Certainly will be. So
what it was, we said in the first show that we try stuff which is made to taste like whiskey or something like. It came up from the whiskey marmalade conversation from.
With Matt Wicks.
Don't mention I went to New Zealand.
You never did.
I never did, didn't I? I went to New Zealand, Dave. And when I was there, the New Zealand Whiskey Company Academy, whatever the collection. Not Rob Wicks.
Matt Wicks.
Matt Wicks said.
We literally just
that's old chocolate.
It is. I mean, this could be awful. I've had this in my cupboard probably since we did that.
Yeah, looks like it. You know when chocolate goes white, listeners?
Yeah, that's what's happened here.
There you go. So we're trying the chocolate first. So what we got here? We've got an assortment of food.
Whiskey flavoured chocolate.
It's not going to, is it? And some jams and stuff?
And marmalades.
Right. There we go.
I got plenty of spoons because we don't want to mix our spoons.
No.
We don't want to mix our marmalades up.
Oh, absolutely not.
Don't want to contaminate another marmalade.
I thought you were going to go on about germs then, but no, it's about taste.
So yeah,
what's this white stuff?
I don't know.
Is that the cocoa coming out?
I have no idea, mate. Right,
cocoa?
But I've just given you a bar of Kate Kearney's traditional Irish whiskey chocolate bar. The legend of famous Irish beauty Kate Kearney. This is from the packaging. That wasn't me. The legend of famous Irish beauty Kate Kearney has touched the hearts of visitors to Ireland for nearly 2 centuries. Leave all this in. She was well known for her generosity towards passing travellers at her college in Killarney, County Kerry. The range of confectionery, named after Kate Kearney, celebrates the Irish tradition of hospitality. Ingredients: sugar, whole milk powder, cocoa butter, cocoa mass, whey powder from milk. Emulsifiers, soy. I can't say that word. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. The product may contain peanuts, Nick, other nuts, and cereals containing gluten. No reference to what whiskey is in it. It says used by the 3rd of September 2020.
I can tell.
It's quite tasty, but I can't taste any whiskey.
It's creamy than normal chocolate.
An Irish whiskey has that quality to it.
It does. Yeah, it's fine. It's not really whiskey, but
there's very little.
I'm sure it's nicer back in 2020.
I'll finish that later. That's actually really pleasant.
It's a bit chalky. All right, that one's not bad, listeners.
I can't remember where that's come from and who gave it to us or where I got it from.
Yeah. So, good thing it didn't go in the thanks section.
No. This next one, I do remember where I got it from. I got it from the best service station in the world, togethe Services, on the way up to Scotland. I got this when I was on tour in 2019. Used by 25th of September 2021. That's how long I've been holding these. You know me, I will eat chocolate, but because we said we were going to do it in episode 1 and we just never got around to it. Yeah. This is Whiskey Nibs.
Dave could have organised an episode.
From bean to bar
don't worry about it.
By Chocolate Tree.
Could be like, hey Nick,
dark chocolate.
Got this chocolate I really want to eat.
Silver award at the 2016.
Can we do it this week? You don't have to do anything. You can just turn up and
Food and Drink
record it. I've got the chocolate, it doesn't matter.
In 2017.
Oh yeah.
This is Food of the Gods brought down to earth. Scottish craft chocolate makers sourcing heritage cocoa from unique origins. We roast, winnow, grind and carefully conch from bean to bar to create exceptional chocolate. No idea what any of that means. Now, again, it says there's 6% whiskey in here. But there's no...
Well, give me a bit.
Well, I did. Look, you've got a whole bar for you there. Look, it's all wrapped up.
Let's open one. Don't open both of them.
What? All right, fine.
No, we've got lighted. We've got marmalades and all kinds of stuff. It's a warm day too. And we were given a bottle of chocolate. We were given a bar of chocolate at the cafe this morning.
It was great, wasn't it?
You put them in the fridge?
Yeah, they're in the fridge.
Amazing.
Yeah. They'll stay there until 2026.
That's a bit white, but not as white as the last one.
Right, okay.
I wasn't listening to anything you just said, by the way. But does it taste of whiskey? Oh, dark. Bit crumbly, isn't it? Something there.
There is some whiskey in there.
It's a bit crumbly because it's old. In terms of taste.
It tastes like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
With either of these chocolate bars, which claim to be whiskey-flavoured chocolate, do you feel shortchanged?
Yeah.
Because they're not cheap, this stuff.
No. I like more what Togethe did, which is whiskey or chocolate to put with your whiskies.
Yeah.
Because they're not saying it's whiskey in it. They're saying these flavours will go well
with whiskey.
With your whiskey. This stuff is all right for a gift. You know, if you've got a whiskey fan as a friend or family member.
It's a novelty, but then they're going to eat it and be like, doesn't really taste whiskey.
Yeah. Then they'll hate you forever.
And they'll say to you, oh, it was really nice. Thanks very much. Yeah, thanks. It was really thoughtful.
Yeah.
When really they're thinking, I wish you'd just got me a Glencairn or something.
Or just got me a bottle of
whiskey stones.
Don't buy people whiskey stones.
No matter what you do.
So, next up, we've got a variety. I don't think we should do all of these, Nick. How many do you want to do?
No, I don't want to do all of them. Well, no, there's not of those samples. Let's do, right, what we got? A Beaumont 12 here.
Right, we got to do the Lafroig one because that's a throwback
all right,
to episode 1.
Okay.
Because that's what we drank in episode 1. So
that's
that makes
absolutely
sense.
True.
All right.
Listen on your
So
favourite
my brother
podcast
got me
platform.
these.
And probably not at Whiskey and Things.
My brother got me these the Christmas after Whiskey and Things started because, we sent him, you may not remember this, but when we did the pilot, which ended up episode 1, it was before Christmas 2020, so before it aired. And as a result, he bought me these whiskey-flavoured marmalades because he thought we were going to do them as a regular feature on the show. And now we're doing them as a regular feature on the show.
We are. This is our regular feature. No other podcast can do this.
So this is best before November 2023. So
we're all right.
We're all right. This is Lafroig.
All right.
Islay single malt Scotch whiskey.
You know what they do?
Orange marmalade. Yeah, I'm just
burping.
Yeah. Keep it in.
It's in.
It's got 3% whiskey in. It's sugar oranges, Lafroig, Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, 3%. Orange juice from concentrate. Lemon juice from concentrate. Gelling agent. Fruit pectin. Acidity regulator. Citric acid. Prepared with 35 grams fruit per 100 grams. All right, that would do. Right. Let's see what the open's like. Oh, good click.
That's a good vacuum on that, wasn't it? Good vacuum.
Have a smell. Smells like marmalade. Can't smell the Lafroig. Bear in mind, Lafroig is a strong flavour. Even though it's only 3%.
Can't you smell it now? Oh, there's a microphone here. Can't really smell that now. How much in there? 3% of it?
3%.
It's not much, is it? Can I have a bit?
Yeah. Grab yourself a spoon.
Got a spoon, Dave.
Does the spoon fit in this little glass?
Always fits, Dave.
Oh. Hang on, wait for me. Let's do this together.
Do this together.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Get it in.
Oh, I've got a bit of rind.
I mean, that's pretty good marmalade.
Yeah.
Can't taste any whiskey.
Not really. Let me have another bit. Please. Always say please, kids. Please and thank yous.
I need
way.
to have some water to go. I've still got chocolate flavour in my mouth.
The Lafroig's pretty smoky. Can't really get that.
Not getting any of it.
Good marmalade, though. So that doesn't work either.
Well, not that one. Should we try the Bowmore?
Yeah.
Because it's a bigger one, isn't it?
I remember not liking the Bowmore much. Well, not being...
we weren't impressed by the Bowmore whiskey that we had. So this is best before April 2023. So again, we're doing all right.
New spoon, fresh spoon.
3.5. Yeah, we don't want to contaminate.
No.
This has got 3.5%.
Filthy spoon, Dave. Bad spoon. Go on, here.
It's got 3.5%.
That bit more.
Whiskey, yeah. The rest is exactly the same. Aged 12 years. Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind, if you look at that, it's all the branding is all about the whiskey, right?
It's all Bowmore. It looks like it's the same label as what's on the bottle.
Yeah, it looks like you are buying a jar of Bowmore.
It says aged 12 years on the front.
Yeah, and just a little tiny bit of orange marmalade. The taste of Islay.
Yeah, can I have a closer look, please?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Bowmore Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, orange marmalade, aged 12 years. Enjoy the first Islay single malt. So that makes me think that the actual marmalade is aged 12 years.
That can't be right. But you're right. That's what the branding suggests, doesn't it?
That's the only thing that doesn't say anything else. Puffs of peach.
I don't know how they get away with that.
It's all about the whiskey.
Here's another marketing rant. Just like week one.
Yeah. Do you want to get that?
All right, we'll get the opening.
Yeah, you get the opening. It's your job. Here you go. Oh, strong opening.
Bit darker, this one. Darker in flavour.
And colour.
That too.
125 episodes. Can't tell his senses apart, everyone.
Yeah, all right, ready?
Oh, nice smell.
I think I preferred the Lafroig one, though. I mean, there's a bitterness in there, but there always is in marmalade.
Not Bowmore, though, is it?
No.
It's meant to be smoky, I think.
No.
It says on here, puffs of peat smoke and pools of honey.
No.
Sharpened by lemon zest.
Do you know what? I've got the lemon and I've got the honey. That's fine.
Well, it's going to be citrusy.
It's marmalade. Exactly. I'm really glad we didn't have this as a regular feature.
No, because it's shit.
Yeah. All right, are we done, or do you want to try one more? So there's one that I've been having, which is the Tiptree Jam.
42 minutes in.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, spoken by this person who doesn't edit.
I told you, you're not editing this one.
I've still got to put it together.
You don't. Just leave it. Just put it straight up.
I'm sorry, where the sting's coming from?
We just said sting. That's good enough. Grab yourself a spoon. All right, so this is Tiptree Jam, Wilkins & Sons. Everyone has seen this. If you've ever stayed in a hotel, they've probably got Wilkins & Sons. You will have seen this stuff. You've seen that branding everywhere.
I've seen that branding everywhere.
Right. I've got a soft spot for this because obviously my grandparents retired to Tiptree, so we used to go past the factory all the time. So this one has 4% malt whiskey. Now it doesn't say what whiskey, but it's called orange with malt whiskey.
Okay,
right. So the first word is orange. The first word isn't whiskey.
Yeah,
it's with whiskey.
Yep, fine cut marmalade. Less rindy bits.
So are we saying that we feel that the marketing of that is better than what the other things are?
Bowmore.
Where all of the other ones are basically got the brand of the whiskey.
I reckon they're all very similar.
I reckon it all tastes exactly the same.
Exactly the same. I mean, these are the marmalade kings, aren't they?
Well, they're jam people. They're jam makers.
They're the conserve.
They're certainly the jam. Isn't it fresh spoon?
Yeah, it was a fresh spoon.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about me.
Oh, good.
As you can see,
It's whiskey with an E too. Oh, malt. So,
no, it's not whiskey with an E.
oh, without an E, yeah. That's what I meant.
I've had this one. I've had this one on toast. Do you know what? This is really good on hot cross buns. Just saying. Yeah. Anyway, there is definitely more whiskey in this in terms of the flavour. There is a slight hint of it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's still marmalade at the end of the day, but
Yeah, you don't be spilling whiskey on your toast, do you?
No, but it doesn't say it's not marmalade. Like, it doesn't try and present itself as whiskey first.
Yeah.
It's whiskey as the afterthought, but there's definitely on the aftertaste a slight. Oh, what's that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit different, I guess.
Still not necessarily whiskey, but definitely a what's that?
Yeah, it's a nice, whatever they've done to it, that's nice. And the fact that's what they do, and they've just kind of done a different flavour. Bowmore, they just want to get your money.
Right. So from our new regular feature, what we've discovered is if it says whiskey flavoured, it can right off.
It's just a bit.
Yeah, it's like whiskey scented candles.
It's impossible to find. It's the unicorn, mate.
The unicorn.
Yeah.
When I was in Scotland, I got very excited, Nick, because I went to a shop, gift shop, and it had a bottle of whiskey cut in half with a candle in it, with the label of the whiskey on it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a whiskey candle?
I know those ones, yeah. Oh, it wasn't though, was it?
It wasn't. No. It was just a candle. It has a different scent, but they used it. It was cool because it was a reuse of a whiskey bottle. So I liked that. It was what can you do with your old bottles, right? Recycling up.
Yeah,
all that
I've seen them.
Absolutely fine with that. But it was just a shame that actually it wasn't whiskey scented. Because I got my hopes up thinking, no.
Yeah. Oh, well, mate.
No.
Well, maybe you'll find one by the winter when it's actually the time to light candles and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
That was the end of our
new segment
of Threswold.
Threswold. That's it. Threswold.
Yeah. I'm just going to pour myself some more water.
While you're up. Nick is just pouring some water for the two of us. Brita filtered water from my tap. Throw the Brita filter. Put it in the fridge. When it comes every time. Thank you. He's just giving me the water. He's getting back to his seat. He's about to put his headphones. He's lost his headphones. Shit. Oh no. He's just changed all the levels.
Yours?
Yes. I'm now a lot lower than I was. Definitely.
You're just whispering.
No, but I'm just thinking, I can now hardly hear myself.
What are you doing? No, I can't hear myself. What's happened?
I don't know. 2-1. Hey. You're going to have to reset and start again.
1-2. No, there I am. I just turned myself way down.
Yeah. Oh, you can barely hear me.
How's that?
2-1. Hey. That's basically where I was. Cool. Panic over.
Is this why we don't do it in the same room? Were you doing one of those little commentaries which I usually cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Fill the space.
You're listening to Whiskey and Things with Nick Kent and Dave Giles.
Well, there we go. So we're not scoring my whiskey then?
No, well, there's no point. It doesn't have a cost.
No.
Value for money's going to get 0.
Yeah. So what was the top of our list at the end of...
Was it the Westland American Oak?
It may have been that. Yes, number 1 on our scoring board, everyone, did end up being the Westland American Oak single malt. American single malt Westland American Oak.
Got 90% average?
90% average. Dave gave it an 88.57 and I gave it a 91.43. I gave 3 other whiskies that. The Brook Laddie Classic Laddie, that was last week, everyone. The Maker's Mark 46. And the Whistle Pig Farmstock Rye number 2.
Hey Nick,
bottled in barn.
I got a new feature for you.
Got another new regular
Yeah,
feature,
it's gonna
which
become
no
a
other
regular
podcast will be able to do because we've done it because it's our regular feature.
Yeah. It's when you spot things about whiskey in the public that you're not expected.
Okay. Oh, yeah. This is good. We've been doing this all week.
Yeah.
This is cool. We just point at things and say a certain word when we see something.
So yeah, the good thing about Brook Laddie is because the colour of the bottle,
aqua,
yeah,
teal.
Whenever we see anything that's that colour, we go, oh look, a Brook Laddie so-and-so.
Yeah.
Bike. Oh, no, there was a
Brookladdy scooter
today, wasn't there? Yeah. But I did actually see a Brookladdy bench, didn't I?
Yeah,
I parked up
branded Brookladdy bench.
Brookladdy bench.
Did you say parked up outside?
I parked up outside
you
of
parked
it, yeah.
before the bench was
and it
parked up
wasn't
outside.
pinned down, so I nearly put it in the back of the van, except I parked there a lot, so I thought that's not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Don't shit where you eat. Everyone.
Exactly, and it's theft, so yeah, not a good idea anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time we see something that's aqua,
Still places where you don't go all the time.
we're like, oh look, it's a Brookladdy chair, it's a Brookladdy scooter.
Yeah.
So listeners, if you've got anything that you've seen which reminds you of whiskey or whiskey branding, let us know what everyday things you've seen out and about which look like or remind you of whiskey. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Send to Dave J. Giles at davejgiles.com.
Yeah, that will get nowhere. So that's perfect. Yeah. Don't expect a reply.
Or whiskey at spaceandthings.com.
Whiskey at spaceandthings.com. Yeah, because that doesn't even exist. Spaceandthingspodcast.com. Anyway.
Wasn't it Space and Things 1? Or was that one of your...
That's the Twitter.
That's your Twitter?
Yeah.
Do you want to plug your other podcast while we're doing it?
Yeah, listen to
well.
Space and Things for regular space podcasts.
Yes.
There you go.
We're doing this episode with a massive rocket behind us.
Yeah.
2 massive rockets.
Well, actually, that gives us another new feature, Nick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Another new feature no one can do because we've done it first.
Yeah. So this feature is called Things That Have Changed Since We Started Whiskey and Things.
Yeah, okay. I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, when we first sat here,
much
those
battery you got
shelves
left?
weren't there. This cupboard wasn't here.
No one's going to know this.
This stand for my SM7. In fairness, I didn't even have this mic.
You see, I'm not going to have to edit this show. This is
The
terrible
rocket-
content.
That right.
You're pointing
Alright.
at things they can't look
Oh,
at.
fine. This won't be a regular feature then.
Right, I'm cutting it short. I might leave this in to point out the fact that you've come up with a terrible, terrible regular segment.
All I'm going to say, Nick, is I'm an ideas man.
I thought I was your ideas, man.
You are my ideas man.
Anyway,
This is why.
let's do another regular one.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to do our rapid fire thing?
Yeah, right. What I did, Nick, was behind you on the shelves, which are new, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I put some glasses so that we didn't have to get up too far to get some glasses. I was worried that you'd knock them over. I thought
What's
if I
wrong
put
with
them
the
there.
front of my laptop?
Well, that's where the spoons went.
Oh, yeah, of course. They took up a lot of room, didn't they? Look at those massive teaspoons. You used a lot of teaspoons. How much marmalade do you think we were going to...
There were 7 samples of marmalade. So we needed 14 spoons.
Okay.
So I grabbed a handful, which
A lot of
looked
maths
like
going on today.
roughly 14.
What's the average? What's the mean? What's the mode? Who cares? Right, yeah, this is our new regular feature that no one else can do.
Yeah.
All right, we're copying Dram Fine Podcast a little bit.
Quick drams.
Yeah, quick jam. We're basically just going to do some quick little reviews of whiskies we haven't tried. So what do you want me to do? This is your segment, Dave.
This was your segment.
Well, you got all the stuff out.
Because you said you wanted to do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, have that one.
Right, tell the listeners what it is while I get the glasses.
This is a bottle of whiskey. And Nick's going to get a
Fucking hell.
Lindor's Lowland single malt Scotch whiskey. Fairly new distillery, although the history is that whiskey may have actually been invented at the Abbey here many moons ago, which is why they've decided to open a distillery here. We tried this for the first time at the Whiskey Show and quite liked it, but even before then, actually, we'd been given a sample. We'd been given a bottle by Ems. Thank you, Ems.
Thanks, Ems. It's a quite cool bottle.
It's a cool bottle. It looks like a barrel.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, not really. It's like a...
That's the idea of it.
Reminds me of a
looks
chocolate
like a barrel.
orange.
Looks like a chocolate orange. Right, so, smells nice.
Smells all right.
Tasting notes. All right.
It's all right. Cool. Thanks, Lindor.
Good. Thank you. Amazing. Right.
Put that over there.
Next. Oh, should we do Vin's?
Yeah, let's do the no-nonsense whiskey.
No nonsense whiskey. Yeah, because we were going to do this. Vin did a no nonsense Macmira exclusive, which was pretty cool. He bought a cask of Macmira, a 30-litre cask, and bottled it. But it was bottled by Evelyn, according to the bottle. You're going to love all the stuff that's on that label.
Look at that. It's proper Macmira bottle too with a nice metal top on it.
Yeah.
Oh, good pop. Piercing for the listeners there. Gonna have to EQ that. More editing for me.
Excellent. And there's a few of us who've got our names on this because we all got in early, including New Dram Drinker.
Yeah.
Richard McKeon He even bought a bottle.
Did he?
You know, I like that. Isn't that good that he
That is
did
good
that?
of him.
Bear in mind he works for him. Is anyone else here that we know? Ben Atfield, he was one of our patrons for a bit. Hello, Ben.
I've been.
Anyway, do you want to pour some?
Yeah, why not?
Where are the glasses? You were supposed to get glasses while I was doing all that.
You've
Unbelievable.
put them so far away, Dave.
So this is bottle number 57 out of 58. It's 59.6%. Aged 3 years. I have a feeling this is going to be peaty as hell.
Oh, I can already smell it.
Yeah. Because Macmira is traditionally quite smoky, my understanding of it. We've just not had much of the smoky stuff from them. I have a feeling this is going to pack a punch at that ABV.
It's very. What was the ABV? Sorry.
59.6.
Cool. Yeah.
Right, okay. Smells.
Pretty peaty.
Wow.
It's nice though.
It's nice. Taste.
Really good.
Wow! That's going to put hairs on your chest.
How's it taste to you?
Pretty good.
Really good.
Pretty good. We'll drink again.
Yeah. We'll drink again. Cool. Okay, next whiskey.
Next whiskey. All right. It's a blue bottle. Hey, Clubman. This will be the last whiskey we ever have on the podcast. I'm going to put my rose-tinted glasses back. The bottle now looks purple. Hey, Clubman. Single grain Scotch whiskey matured in bourbon class. 40%.
We want to say we love everyone who works at this company. They're all good people trying to make good whiskey for a certain customer.
Awful opening.
Awful opening. Quite a pretty bottle. Endorsed by a footballer who I quite like.
Oh, you've poured a big glass of that.
Last Dram.
New feature. The Last Dram. Was that one?
So, hey, club, everyone.
Clubman.
Yeah. Is that you or me?
That was me. That was my body internally resisted the idea that I was about to drink this.
Just looked at it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Smells like glue.
PVA glue. Less PVA glue than the original PVA glue. The big square club. Hey Club.
Oh.
So, thoughts on the Hey Clubman, Dave?
You got any Coke? It might be alright with some Coke.
It's not. I've tried. Hey Clubman.
Nope.
It's everyone.
All right, so that's the end of this brand new feature that we'll be doing regularly from now on. It'll be a weekly
Brand new,
feature.
yeah.
Quick Drams.
Yeah. Quick Fire Drams.
Quick Fire Drams.
What's the acronym?
QFD. Quiffed.
Queefed.
Quiffed.
How are we putting it in there? Yeah, this is, mate. I'd rather taste a queef than this Hey Club as well. Anyway.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks. So, there we go. Luckily, I've still got some of the other whiskies left.
I was just thinking, at least I've got some of the Jam Session Infinity Reserve.
Yes, you do.
Left in my glass.
My infinity bottle of, yes.
Which is pretty good. And I think, actually, I'd rather drink that as my last. So...
Me too. Me too.
Let's go back to that.
I'm going to go back to that. Oh, yeah. Love that whiskey.
So, have we got any other new features for this week?
Not really. Old ones. Any other business, Dave?
Any other business? Yes. At this point, I would just like to say a massive thank you to Mr. Nicholas Kent for all his hard work over the last 125 episodes of doing this. I sit here, drink whiskey, talk rubbish, and he does all of the work.
I'm not the whole time. It was kind of balanced at the beginning, ish.
Does all of the work.
Space one came along.
Phil, you told me to do the space one.
Yeah, I told him to do it. It's like,
Yeah.
leave it to me.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yes.
I'd like to thank Mr. Dave Giles, because I wouldn't be able to do this without him, because to be honest, I'm rubbish at stuff like interviewing. He's great at talking to people. I'm not. I'm a bass player. I stand at the back and be quiet, and I sit at the table and just listen to people. That's what I usually do in a conversation, and just learn. I'm not really good at talking, and as this little segment here is proving, I'm bad at talking.
You should have scripted something,
Yeah,
mate.
I should have. I can't
Mate,
hold a
You
conversation.
can always re-record it afterwards.
No editing.
No
apparently.
editing today, yeah.
But thanks, Dave. You've pulled me through a lot of these episodes. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I think we've pulled each other through. And it may be that people think that we've been a bit down and dejected over the last few weeks. We've had a few messages from people just making sure we're okay. We're absolutely fine.
And we appreciate those messages.
We do really appreciate those messages. We're absolutely fine. Yeah. We're just doing different things now.
Yeah.
And
I myself need to concentrate on some other stuff that I can't really have. It's 1 to 2 days I spent on this every week, when I kind of at the moment need to concentrate on some other more career-based things. Let's put it that way. So that's another reason. But we're all good. But thank you.
Yeah.
And you can still hear Dave on his Space and Things podcast.
Absolutely.
You know,
maybe we'll get Nick on as a special guest one day.
That'd be cool. Talk about aliens.
We'll figure something out.
Talk about aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whiskey, a space whiskey. We'll talk about that and get you on.
The moon landings were faked.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes. Also, I'd like to thank anyone who has supported us financially over the last 2 and a bit years. Mm-hmm. Anyone who signed up to Patreon, even if you were just for a couple of months. Anyone who bought a Glencairn or a T-shirt or a Whiskey Challenge coin.
Yeah.
Or if you clicked on the links in our show notes that went to the Whiskey Exchange website.
The affiliate link.
Yeah. Anyone who
we
did
got
it.
a bit back from that.
Yeah.
At one point. We hope you enjoyed those bottles, whatever you bought.
Whatever you bought.
Yes.
Massive. That's huge. And anyone, we said that we did the thank you to anyone who sent us whiskey. That's also huge. And we singled out the people who don't work in the whiskey industry. But yeah, especially if you've worked in the whiskey industry, I think it made us feel like we were doing something right when whiskey companies were sending us samples or bottles.
Yeah.
And do you remember when we first got sent a full bottle? I think it was McMira. They sent us 3 full bottles.
They did.
Each.
Yes.
And we were like, oh my God, do they know? Have they actually listened to the show?
Yeah.
That was really quite something. And that's very affirming when you're doing it, especially at that point when we were in lockdown and we weren't doing anything other than this.
And not long after that, Westland sent us a Gariana 5, a full bottle each.
Yeah, 160 quid each.
£65 a bottle.
Yeah.
We're like,
what's that all
thank
about?
you very much for that.
Yeah.
They haven't done it since because they realise what we are. But
I'm pretty sure Matt Hoffman forgot us when he saw us.
yeah, we met him. Yeah, he didn't know who we were. I'm sure he did. We love you, Matt. Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine. He meets a lot of people.
He does. He meets a lot of people.
But yeah, all of those things were pretty cool. And we've had a blast. Like, we've met some really great people through this. Jeff Whiskey has become a good friend of us. We only know him from doing this.
Yeah.
And as other people, Vin as well. Vin came to Cotswolds with us just because we chatted him doing this, and we had a great afternoon with him. And he sent me a book, one of the books up there, his space books up there. He sent me. Met plenty of people and people who have supported my music, who have supported my Abbey Road project, just because they found out about who we are, because we talk about whiskey every now and then.
Yeah.
Which has been crazy and very gratifying. So thank you. And we hope that this isn't the end of that all of you people stick around and we can still meet up and have the odd dram, even if it's via Zoom.
Yeah.
And catch up with people every now and then. And hopefully maybe we'll have more time to do that if we're not having to worry about this every week.
Yeah. There might be more stuff on like Instagram and stuff. Might carry on doing a bit more on there.
Yeah.
Now I don't have all this to do. I can maybe do some stuff on there and not guaranteed. Depending on what might be happening.
Yeah, absolutely. You might not be around.
Might not be around.
No.
But
he's not ill, everyone.
I'm not ill. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just might be going somewhere
for a long time.
But anyway, that's not
it might
it's not guaranteed yet.
Might not be any internet.
Yes, so I'm okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, I might do some more stuff on socials, but because
he's okay.
There's less pressure,
Yeah. And I'm fairly certain that we will do the odd one-off one of these, maybe one a year or whatever. If there's ever anything we particularly want to sit down and do, and we both got time, if Nick's got time, then we might do these again. So don't unsubscribe quite yet, because you might miss something.
Do not unsubscribe. And if you haven't listened to other ones, go back and listen, because there's some real good ones.
Why not?
Yeah.
But we'll be closing down the Patreon soon, because otherwise I've got to go in and press pause every month, and that's just a pain in the bum.
Yeah.
So, if you're someone who... We'll still have all the material, though. So if you have been one of our patrons and there's a video that you wanted to watch that you never got round to watching, just drop me a message and I'll send you a link. Or if there's any other content which you've realised you missed that you may have got an email about, just drop me a message if then the Patreon page is gone. It's all fine.
It's all fine.
It's all fine. But especially thank you to anyone who's just listened. If you're just a casual listener, that's also a massive thank you, because it's nice to know we're not speaking to the void.
Yeah, it's nice every week to see a peak on a day.
Yeah.
To know that people in our analytics, that we know that people have been listening.
Yeah. And we're not really sure who all those people are.
No.
So there's probably people who we have no clue who they are. Make yourselves known. Let us know. Send us a message and say, I'm glad you're giving up. And that will mean a lot to us.
I recognise that you've both given up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's... actually, there's one other person we should thank. Give a big shout out to. We should have done it in the earlier thing.
Yeah.
Rish.
Yes, Rish. Well, he gets his special one at the end.
Absolutely gets his
Rish
special one.
he's the man in the chair. Let's put it that way.
He is the man in the chair. Man behind the scenes.
Yes, he did all the stuff we didn't want to do, so we could do it. So we could carry on doing it, which hasn't worked. But he did all the boring stuff behind the scenes, so we could just do it and create it, which for me was massive because I didn't have to do all that stuff. There was stuff I was meant to be doing, but I didn't. But thank you, Rich. Big thank you for that. So
absolutely, absolutely.
And he doesn't drink, so there's more whiskey for us as well, isn't it?
Yeah. He didn't even want his toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't take it.
Have you used your toilet paper?
No, I got 2 because I've still got Rish's.
Oh wow! I think my brother used his.
Did he?
Yeah.
He wiped his bum with your face
and yours. I think he concentrated on my face though.
Yeah, I'm going to say I bet he did.
Yeah,
but he made sure that it lined up perfectly.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've still got my toilet paper. If you've still got your toilet paper, everyone, from episode, I don't know, when was it? It was back at the beginning of lockdown.
If you use your toilet paper, send us a photo.
Send us a photo of... But let's think about it. We started this in March. March 2020 we started this.
Yeah, crazy.
Think about what's happened. That first year, we had the lockdown going on.
Mental.
It was mental. So yeah, the world's changed a lot since we started this. Now it's time to do something else. A little bit. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm moving out.
You're moving out.
Crazy.
Yes. I mean, yeah, you've been part of the furniture in Acton for...
19 years now.
19 years. We had a bit of a reminisce today. We
it was nice, wasn't it?
It was nice. We went to my old street where I used to live. Took a picture outside my old house. One of my old houses from around here. And had breakfast in an old place in a cafe. We used to eat in a lot. And then we walked around kind of counting the buildings which were there when we first went to college in 2003.
Yeah.
Well, how many was there?
3.
The Weatherspoons.
The church.
Yeah, well given.
And the McDonald's.
And the McDonald's, that's it.
Yeah.
19 years. Everything else has changed.
Everything else. Mental.
Yeah. But it's a good day.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then we've come back and done our last episode, so it's been a nice little wander around.
Absolutely.
Do
you want to do another new feature, or should we wrap this up?
Depends what it is, Dave.
I haven't got anything. I just wondered if you had anything.
No, I haven't.
So this is another new feature. This is the final new feature of today. The final goodbye of the weekly podcast.
Oh.
It's a new feature.
Okay.
We haven't done it before.
No, we haven't. Is it a feature, though?
Yeah, it is of today's episode.
Is this us just signing off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not a feature, is it?
No.
Yeah. Other podcasts can do this one.
Yeah. Sign off however you choose.
Absolutely.
If you want to still cheers, thanks for coming. Or the Angels have had their share. Fuck you.
Yeah. I think cheers, thanks for coming. We stole off Nick Carter anyway.
Oh, did we? All right, fair enough.
Yeah, friend of ours. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Cheers.
Well, he didn't start a podcast,
No,
did
it's
he?
Luke Higgins. He stole it off Luke Higgins.
Well, he didn't start a podcast.
No, he didn't start a podcast. No, he just plays guitar for Kylie Minogue.
There you go.
So who's winning?
Exactly.
Who's winning that?
Yeah, 125 episodes. Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Anyway, let's not end this whole podcast series talking about Luke Higgins.
Hi, Luke.
As much as we love Luke, he probably doesn't listen. Yeah.
Bye, Luke.
Yeah, bye, Luke.
Right, okay. Let's sign out then.
Okay, let's do that then.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming. Whiskey and Things has been brought to you by And Things Productions.
Whiskey and Things, your